is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is Loveline. Loveline. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician, an addiction medicine specialist, and tonight we're excited to have Dave Matthews and Boyd Tinsley, both from the Dave Matthews Band. And it's too bad the show had to interrupt the provocative conversation we were having before the show.
Prison. It was a good chat.
It was hell and heaven and hell, I think, was where we were going.
Nice chat about the joint. I like the guys because they smell like patchouli and they laugh at my show. So we're good already. A huge following Dave Matthews Band has, and we get a lot of big bands in here. Well, not a lot, but we get a couple of big bands in here. And Drew, don't fiddle with that thing. You're going to try to open that thing for the next 20 minutes. Put the CD down. Come on, buddy.
It distracts you.
Yes.
You got one open.
It distracts me because it's like watching a retarded guy play with a Rubik's Cube. You know what I mean? It just pulls my attention to you.
Okay.
That's the most fun I have with the Rubik's Cube is just keep turning it. I don't really have a goal. It's just fun to fiddle.
I have my assistant do mine and then give it back to me, and I feel good about myself.
But he can't be doing anything else while the assistant's doing that.
Okay, Drew, don't get bitter. Point is ton of people out here to see Dave Matthews Band tonight, and it just made me think what a dedicated following Dave Matthews Band has, and what a sincere compliment that is to you guys.
Yeah, we're lucky we got an audience that doesn't get sick of us the way I get sick of us.
The problem is Dave is sick of himself. You were talking to me earlier. He's over himself. He can't stand himself.
Really?
It's not even just his image that bothers him.
Mm-hmm.
He went away to Africa, went to Senegal, but he went.
Yeah,
right. So it was a mess.
Trying to escape me is really difficult for me.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, the lowest you could go with this is hating the taste of your own spit, or not enjoying your own gas.
That's why I smoke, cigarettes to change the flavor of my spit.
But he's still into the gas.
You're still into the gas?
Yeah.
I don't mind the gas so much that it never ceases to amaze me.
You, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Never.
It's ever evolving.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one where I wonder whether it was me.
Dave was telling me during the break that his farts were like snowflakes. No two are the same.
There you go.
All different.
And he has 4-year-old boy twins. Both boys?
No, both girls. Both
girls. How did I get that wrong?
Because we didn't mention.
You asked if I had boys.
Yeah, and then but the one thing you expect a series of expulsions.
Right.
Of gas expulsions, you expect like the ones nearest each other to be most similar.
Right.
But I've discovered that mine are sort of spread, so there may be one, between 1 and 5 in a series.
They come around.
That at the end of 5, maybe I'll go back to something which is interesting to me. It's sort of I must have like a dryer in my stomach.
Yeah, it's like
it's a pink blouse. No, it's undies. What is that?
Well, I think it's a fart. Yeah. Yeah, you're an artist, Dave. I mean, and I think even your lower intestine is also blessed with that same artistic ability. Boyd plays the violin in the band, and I don't like watching people play classical violin, but I like it when they're rocking with the violin because it's a non-sort of rock instrument. So when you're rocking on a non-rock instrument, it's sort of like when a guy's driving a crappy car fast. It just looks cool. You know what I mean? Sideways in the Chevette.
Yeah.
It's got a full drift. Like, you know that feeling? I like
dangerous.
That. Yeah, I don't mean that as a compliment, but it's dangerous.
No, thanks, man. No, it's cool, man. There was actually a lot of, back in the 30s and 40s, there were like a lot of jazz violin players.
There were.
Black jazz violin players that played a lot of swing and stuff,
Really?
Yeah, like country blues and jazz, and that led to people like Papa John Creech to play with Jefferson Airplane, and people like Jean-Luc Ponty that plays
There was that
fusion.
famous guy at the Old Opry, right? This is who you're talking about? Famous African-American black guy.
I do know you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name either.
Yeah, but there's a whole tradition of that, but it's really awesome to have this opportunity. I mean, I always wanted to be an electric guitar player and jam that way. but they didn't have that at my school. So
you were classically
I was classically trained. You know, I took lessons as a kid from like 11 on, and played in orchestras and played classical music, and I just needed to rock, man.
We don't look like it anymore because now I had a friend of mine saw us play. I hadn't seen us play. A friend of mine from when I was growing up, and BT has a really aggressive looking. He's aggressive generally when he's playing, but then he opens his mouth real wide, and his teeth are right out there. Teeth. Right. And my friend's reaction when I said, "Did you enjoy the show?" He said, "Yeah, but I'd hate to be bitten by Boyd Tinsley." It's quite a mouthful of teeth he's got there.
He could crush a yak's femur with that thing.
I was thinking of that just before you said that.
Yak's femur?
Yak's femur.
And, you know, David's from South Africa, speaking of yaks.
I forgot about that.
But the yaks aren't in Africa, though.
And he just said he just saw a concert. And this is an opportunity for you to ask somebody with that accent why they put the R's.
Yeah. I don't know. That's belong. The one place I put an R.
Eliminate the R's. Like, how would you say water?
Water.
Okay, you say water. See, I had an English girlfriend who would say, water, and then she put the A where the R was. But when she would say, like, spa, like health spa, she would say spar.
Spar, yeah. Okay.
And it's like, there's your A. Use it, baby. And she's like, no, I'm going to use the R I got from water and stick it on the end of spa. And I say, okay, look, now you're just pissing me off.
No, I got the R in sore from New York.
Sore.
Oh, yeah, I Spencer grew up a little bit, and it's the only thing I kept of my New York accent was sore.
So
I saw it over there. I can't stop it.
You started off in You're born in South Africa.
Yes.
And then you moved to New York?
Yeah.
When you were how old?
2, and then went back to South Africa when I was 12.
Wow. What did your dad do?
He was a physicist, yeah.
Oh,
he
really?
was a physicist, and then he was dead. And then we moved back to South Africa
after he passed away.
Yeah. And then we were there, and then we weren't feeling it over there.
So
then we
mom?
moved back here. All South Africa.
Everyone.
The whole family, the whole bunch.
And but where do you live?
I live in Seattle and in Virginia.
And do you get back and forth to South Africa?
Yeah, I go back quite a bit. I've been back there a few times. I'm going in September.
And Boyd, you from anywhere funky?
It's funky, but it's Virginia. I'm from Charlottesville, Virginia, man.
Wow.
Where?
Charlottesville, Virginia.
Charlottesville.
Yeah,
Good trivia.
That's where the Thomas Jefferson's kind
of.
Yeah. If you saw Dave and you saw Boyd and you said one of them's from South Africa and the other one's from Virginia, you probably win that bet almost every time. With, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But but oddly, having been in South Africa, BT would be a pretty unusual looking South African.
He would.
Yeah. But he wouldn't look that unusual. You wouldn't look that unusual, say, in Senegal.
Right.
People might go, huh?
Well, he just open his mouth, scare the crap out of all the locals.
Show his teeth.
Show those insides.
Play the violin and send them all screaming.
Yeah. And here's the thing, too. I don't know. We're really. What about all those other pussy violinists like the one Shania Twain has? You make fun of them, right? Those guys, those skinny guys playing their like electric blue violins. Yeah.
You know,
they
oh my God.
They're not real violin players, right?
They do their thing, man.
No,
there's a whole. I mean, there's a lot of guys go out there and play.
Plays for everybody.
Yeah. You know what that's equivalent of? That's equivalent of when you repeat the guy's name when you don't want to say anything bad about him. When you go, Dave's a great guy, great sense of humor, great musician. Boyd, man, outgoing personality. Drew's Drew.
Oh, I see. That's nice.
Yeah, you say that when you mean a-hole or untalented or whatever, but somebody's listening and you can't muster anything to say. Mm-hmm. They always do that when they interview actors. They're always like, working with Al Pacino, what's that like? You know Al. I mean, he's Al. He's an a-hole. Just a-hole. That's how you know a-hole. Just say the guy's name twice. That's how you know. All right? That's what I just heard Boyd saying about Shania Twain.
I heard it.
That's what I heard.
Those guys are doing their own things. They're playing the violin.
Everything's got its own place. The world needs roaches, termites, and maggots. All God's creatures.
Maggots.
Right, I heard that. Okay. Let's take some phone calls and really
because it's desperately close to a there you go. Boring silence.
There you go.
What are you gonna do?
Mark?
Yeah.
Your name's not Mark, is it?
Yes, it is.
All
My
right.
parents are big Mork and Mindy fans, yeah.
Yeah. You would have been better off being named Mindy as a dude.
Absolutely.
Than Mark.
Thank you.
But go ahead. Nanu.
Maybe Mark or something. I don't know. Some of my friends call me Mark. because I think they get confused. But
this is a chance, by the way. This is a guy that should change his name. We always chastise people for doing that.
Yeah.
If your parents give you just a retarded name, hey, go ahead and change it.
Yeah.
Make it Mark. It's fine.
Mark, yeah, go with Mark.
Yeah. Or and sue them.
I kind of like Mork, though. I like that a little bit. Mork.
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 Yeah. Mork.
I'm down with your name, Mork.
What's happening, Mork?
What's my name, Mork?
all right. Well, the problem is my brother came up to me about a few weeks ago, about a month ago, and he told me, I guess in a serious tone, that he was gay and that he had gay tendencies. And at first I thought he was joking, but he was like saying that he was serious. And
How old is he?
he's 15, and I'm 19.
What do you think prompted him to say this? Why at 15 is he declaring himself?
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm like kind of confused because we've always been talking to each other for the longest time, and he always trusts me because we can tell each other things all the time. And I don't know, all of a sudden he comes out with this, and I'm just obligated to tell my parents, but I don't want to lose his trust of being able to talk to me and keep secrets.
I don't know.
Why
Why obligated? Yeah, why you calling? This feels bogus.
Yeah, there's no question here.
You don't have to tell your parents.
What should I do? Should I?
No, what should I do? It's
No
always
question.
bogus.
That's zero question, dork. Yeah, bogus.
Should I tell my? No, the question is, should I tell my parents or should I?
No.
Tell your parents you're gay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Why should you tell your parents? Why would you tell your parents if he said he was straight?
Because maybe he's like crazy or something. I don't want my brother to be gay. I'm worried about him. Maybe.
All right,
You
that's
sound
bogus.
bogus.
Bogus. By the way, what's he calling from the 50s?
Yeah.
He's got a disease. You
Yeah.
got to bleed him.
Right.
You can put a leech on his penis, suck the gayness out of him. Please.
Wow, I wonder that wouldn't even work, really.
Yeah, but
they
it'd be
tried
worth a
it.
try. Sure as hell be worth it. Couldn't hurt.
More could try it on his penis and see if it sucks the straight out of him.
Here's the deal.
Suck the straight out of him would be good name for another Dave Matthews CD.
There you go. Suck the straight out of him. I'm sick
I mean, there's
of me.
all this, like, we're going to rock you and all that stuff, but sucking the straight out of an audience, that's rocking them.
They're going to be frat boys are going to be making out with frat boys
You
by the end
guys
of
are
every
all
show.
going gay.
We're like a giant avalanche of leeches on your straight penises.
Coming dockers, leaving chaps. That's what it says up front of the arena.
Yes.
Here's the deal,
what?
Mark. If you feel compelled to help your brother get some support, don't even go back to him.
I don't want to talk to him.
But the deal is gay lesbian youth centers, that kind of thing.
I'm all over the
and
place.
if he's otherwise confused or acting out, then get him to professional help.
Greg,
Oi, what's up, fellas?
21. You have a question for the band?
Yes, I do. Dave, you're the man, dude. You guys rock, Boyd. You got to be the most yoked violin player I've ever seen.
Yoked?
And,
Yeah.
yoked, buff, ripped.
Yeah.
Dave, dude, is Tim Reynolds going to be at all on this tour?
Well, I'm always playing with Tim, but he's doing his own thing a lot of the time too. So I don't think we have any plans for. He's not going to come out on any of the shows with the band, as far as I know. But I know that he and I are going to play a show in Vegas together.
Really?
Yeah, in September. I don't know. Don't ask me the date. I don't know what date it is. Anyway, but I'm definitely going to. And and Tim and I have a thing that we've had for years, and it's a lot of fun. And I don't want to necessarily talk to Mark about it, but it's a lot of fun to play with him. So certainly he'll be.
He's saying they have a.
You guys together, it's just amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a friendship, and we have a good partnership. Hey.
Nice.
Partnership.
And another thing, the storytellers you guys did together, is that on DVD? Is that possible to get to, or what?
Oh, I have no idea. I really don't have any idea, but I'm sure you could find it somewhere. Someone has it somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. Someone must have put it on a VHS.
You have
or
a
something,
a computer, right?
Yeah, you could look on a computer and find out that there's Dave and Tim.
There's nothing. If it exists, it will be there. Especially if it has anything to do with music, Dave Matthews, or any pop culture thing.
Yep.
All right, let's play a little Germany or Florida. Let me explain how Germany or Florida is played. I discovered when I was sitting at the writers' table at Jimmy Kimmel Live for a couple of years that all bizarre stories emanate from either Germany or Florida. Now, not your run-of-the-mill bizarre, but the one where the guy cuts his toes off and cooks them up and then eats his own feet.
The macabre.
That sounds German.
Yeah,
that is German.
That's
Exactly.
German.
That's very German.
Those
Point
Germans.
is-
On the other hand, the guys with the shotguns and the marshes and
yeah,
That sounds like Florida.
Yeah, but Drew, but that's why you have to play Germany or Florida, because it doesn't always involve a Prussian helmet or a marsh.
Right, they don't tip you off necessarily.
They don't tip you off.
But this is a fun game.
People, it's all scintillating. People call in. And they tell us the story.
And lately, they've been kicking my ass.
Drew's getting his ass kicked. We have to guess. Is it Germany or Florida? Justin?
Things are sick and twisted.
Where's the
from
theme
humans
song?
And Nazis, sex, meth, and death fetishes. Both of them have got these. Guaranteed not to bore ya. Germany or Florida.
That's solid. But why don't you play David Allen Greer's version? Because maybe Dave want to sign him up for the band, or at least have him sit in and jam.
Is it Germany or Florida? Hey! Germany or Florida?
Big ending. You gotta listen.
Let's find out. Dum, dum, ba-dum, dum, dum, ba-dum, dum, dum.
I'm always embarrassed for Dave when I hear that.
David Allen Greer.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I was pretty solid. I like the big crescendo at the end. All right, Justin. Germany or Florida? Go ahead.
What's up, fellas? Adam, Drew, you guys are geniuses. And Adam, I love your new show on Comedy Central.
Thank you.
Boyd and Dave, man, you guys are the best. I can't say enough about you guys, man. You guys make unbelievable music, and it means a lot to so many people. So thanks, man. I just want to tell you guys thanks for everything.
Thank you, because I was for a moment there when you said nice things about Dr. Drew and Adam. Then I was a little bit nervous. All of a sudden, that maybe you're going to say, "You guys, I'm so over you guys." And then, but I'm glad that you didn't say that, even if that's what you feel inside.
Excited for Red Rocks coming up, guys. It's gonna rock.
Ooh, Red Rock.
Oh, you want to give some more tour dates?
Yeah. Well, hold on a second. Let him get to Germany or
He's
Florida.
never going to do it.
This out.
All right, here we go. Germany or Florida? The headline is "Retiree Attacks Woman Over Poolside Chair." A local elderly gentleman grew so attached to a poolside deck chair that he attacked a woman who moved his towel to another lounger. When the 76-year-old pensioner returned to his favorite spot at the pool, he was enraged to find the woman had moved his towel to an unoccupied lounger so she could lie down next to her mother. When abusive language failed to shift the woman from his chair, the furious senior citizen got physical. He tipped the chair over and hit her with it, the spokesman said. Wow. She couldn't believe he went so far over a spot next to the pool. Germany or Florida?
Well, now here's the deal.
Yeah, the thing is, it's obvious here is that it's poolside,
all
elderly people. So the immediate assumption is, I mean, this isn't the question for me. This is for you.
No, you're in the game too.
But we've gotten burned a few times lately with this.
But then you want to.
Here's the deal. So we go, okay, it's got to be Florida, but the game is to try to trick us. So maybe it's Germany. But then lately we've been doing that, and it's been the other.
Right. It's like when your sister, your brother, when you're a kid, would say, like, you'd go, "I want this bed," and they'd go, "Oh, okay, take that bed," and you'd go, "Wait a minute." Now wait, why are they doing that?
Right, it's too easy.
You get inside your own head and you start freaking out. Drew, you're all up in your head. You're a mess.
I know, and I have to say Florida because I got to stay consistent. It's like a run in poker where you're just losing. Oh, I just got to.
You still got to
go. Got to play.
All right, so what are you going with, Drew?
Germany, Florida. Florida.
Drew pretends like there's something at stake here. You going Florida?
Florida.
Dave?
I'm going to go Germany.
Wow.
I'm going Germany. I don't know. It seems stupid, but
it doesn't seem stupid because he seems to be kind of pulling on it.
It's crazy like a fox.
It is.
Unless it's
Boyd?
double.
I got to go with Germany on this.
Wow. See how the band is? They're tight.
They're probably right. They're intuitive.
I'm going Florida.
All right,
I think you guys got us.
I think so.
All right, Justin, is it Germany or Florida?
All right, well, the Dave Matthews Band has got you guys licked on this one. It's Berlin, Germany.
If you said Berlin, you see. If you said Berlin or Florida, then I think everyone would have got it.
Yeah.
Adam, we got to tour the world a little more. We do this little box every night.
Don't talk anymore, Drew. I'm reeling. I got it. We got to just play a song.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I got to collect myself.
Play that game again.
Let me explain something. In my business, the only thing I have is my confidence. That's the only thing I take on stage. You understand?
And
if I have no confidence, I'm no longer a moneymaker. I can no longer do my job.
I'm borrowing your confidence tonight, actually.
You stole it, you raped it, and you shoved it back up my ass. What you did with it, you didn't borrow it.
That was the best part of the whole thing was
you had to redeposit it. My confidence is taking a rape bath right now. Dave's DNA all over it.
Yeah, say, I like these apples.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go loofah down my confidence
and take an enema or something.
Yeah, give it a coffee enema. We're gonna hear a little something from Dave Matthews Band. You queued up there, Michelle? Yeah, ready to go?
Dream Girl.
This one, thank you, Drew. It's called Dream Girl.
Hold on.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
then,
Scooby-Doo,
Then you
Scooby-Doo.
wouldn't be ready.
Almost ready.
All right, well, let's keep talking.
That sounds
about
like the
my
beginning of it.
confidence being
Ready. She's ready.
Ready? Yeah, Dave Matthews, Dream Girl. A little something from the Dave Matthews Band. Boyd and Dave are both here. The guys are going to be playing at the Home Depot Center this Saturday and Sunday. It's probably sold out.
No,
You might be able
this
to
year,
get
this is
tickets.
weird. Now, see, I'm not the only one that's over me.
Oh, really?
Because apparently, Los Angeles,
Well-
people in Los Angeles are just, maybe they're just not going to shows so much nowadays, or they're,
Is it-
maybe it's
Maybe they
a
don't-
money thing.
Is it a Los Angeles thing
It's just Los
exclusively?
exclusively.
Yeah,
Maybe
we,
it costs too much gas to get from one place to another here.
Oh, that's what
we
it's
try not to
yes.
support the arts out here, number one. Number two, everyone from Los Angeles is from, like, Korea and Mexico. I mean, there's no, we don't,
I was
there's not,
walking around. I wanted to ask somebody.
yeah,
but I
there
didn't
ain't
know if they
nobody
spoke
out
English,
here.
you know.
No, they're big into, like, jaguares, but they ain't into Dave Matthews. We're the only two white guys from L.A.
That's what. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did feel like I was on a little island when I walked into the studio.
Oh, you are.
This is
yeah.
like old L.A. here.
Yeah, no. Try,
Yeah, it
here's
is. Just
here's,
like
all you, here's all you need to know. Every time you misdial a phone number, you just got and you're like, what? I didn't understand what you're saying. So if you call a number and get the wrong number, you'll get a crazy nationality. That's how you know your city's populated with crazy nationalities, because every time someone else picks up the phone, it's a crazy nationality.
It's not English.
Drew, go dial a wrong number right now. If you did it in this area code,
We
I
had to
bet you
teach
get a
Michelle
crazy.
English.
Oh, we did. That's right.
Hello.
Sorry, baby.
Hello.
We're talking about her people. So Julia Roberts is in the video that we just heard the song from?
Yeah, she said she called us up and said, "Can I be in a video with you guys?" And my career is on the
Yeah, she's on the
five
line.
hitter.
Well,
you
it's
know?
been on the skids ever since
Yeah.
Mystic Pizza. Haven't heard hide nor hair from her.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. So we thought, what the hell?
Well,
Give her a shot.
I saw something on Entertainment Tonight about it, and every time they refer to Julia Roberts, they always go, "The pretty woman is on the set of the Dave Matthews." And I thought, I got to do a movie called like Hung Dude or something good, so I can constantly Julia Roberts. She'd be in her 70s and dragging her labia around and be like, "The pretty woman was seen outside of." You just get called pretty because you did a movie 12 years ago called Pretty Woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Got to work that out, Drew. Find my movie.
There you go. Called Hung Dude. Find a script.
Hung like
that'll
moose.
fit-
The
that'll
Hung
fit that.
Dude was on the set of his new TV show. Yeah. We will take ourselves a quick break. Dave Matthews here tonight. Boyd here tonight. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. Studio. Boyd Tinsley's here, as well as Dave Matthews from the Dave Matthews Band, new CD called Stand Up, and take some phone calls. The guys are going to be at the Home Depot Center this Saturday and Sunday out in, what city's that in, Drew?
Carson.
Carson, yeah.
Yeah.
You did know, thank you.
And we'll give you some more. Tour dates where they're going to be. Chula Vista coming up, Phoenix, Albuquerque, Selma, Texas,
Give those dates.
Woodland.
Chula Vista 825.
Go on the internet.
Phoenix 830.
I'm giving you a heads up. It's coming, and it's basically in order. They're going to be in Denver. They're going to be in Boner Springs, Kansas. Where is that?
Bonner Springs.
Bonner
Awesome.
Springs. I just call it Boner Springs.
Boner Springs. I think that's what they call it there.
Boner Springs is it's like lightning strikes.
Somebody will call from there, I bet, any minute.
All right. I would petition to have it changed to Boner Springs instead of Bonner.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
There's a county right north of where Boyd and I live in Virginia. It's called County.
Nice.
Really? Yeah, that's solid.
F-A-U-L.
I live next to a city in college named it was ATHOL. Athol.
Oh, that's solid. Yeah, there's got to be a Felchburg somewhere. Be tough if you're doing the Civil War reenactment stuff over at Felchburg. Yeah.
The Siege of Felchburg.
Siege of Felchburg. A lot of good men went down. A lot of good men.
The creek was turned red.
The street turned white with the blood. I mean, red with the blood. Yeah. All right. There's a good place I'd like to.
Do I make this ticket out to County.
I'd like to end up one day in a real place called Plentywood, Montana.
Hey, Anderson's freaking out about this. All you have to prove is there is a place with that name.
I spelled it. I spelled it.
Come on, give him a break. It's in a band.
In fact, I heard a story
I only used it because it's spelt that way.
That Meet the Fockers, they had to prove that there was. They had to go to the court and prove that there was a family with that name.
Oh,
really? In order to get the thing on the air.
It's an awesome society we live in.
I'm too busy during the day to do that.
As an atheist, everything's confusing to me. Everything. Jenny?
Hi.
You're 28. You know, being an atheist is like, it's like being high on mushrooms for the first time. Like, when I got high on mushrooms for the first time, I just sat around and looked at the world and went, oh, my God, what am I doing? What are we doing? How does this work? And then a commercial came on for Lee Press-On Nails, and I saw, and I was like, the women of the planet, the female species, sticks these red, long plastic claws to the end of their fingers to make them more attractive to the male. Are those supposed to be bloody claws? Why red? Why so long? What does that do to the male?
Plastic.
And then it was a monster truck commercial came on next with big trucks mashing
get away
small
from
trucks.
the TV if you're
and
on
I
mushrooms.
started to freak out. I was like, I realized when you get high on mushrooms, everything is novel. Everything is bizarre. Yeah. You don't understand it. You don't realize how much you tune out when you're not high. You're not high, you just tune everything out and everything just goes away.
Doesn't tune anything out, so I imagine how yours just went over the top.
Exploded with information.
And concentrating on every commercial.
Being an atheist is a little bit that way. You understand?
You already have, your amygdala is on overdrive.
Thank you.
Yes.
That means I have wood, according to Drew. Jenny?
Hi.
You're 28?
Yeah. First, I just want to say that I love the band, and I'm seeing you tomorrow night in Chula Vista, so I'm really excited.
Oh, good.
Thank your fans are still tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a few. Sorry, I guess San Diego's not. I don't know. I guess we're over you. Some people, too.
Yeah, I don't know. We're, I guess, rubbing people the wrong way again. I'll practice my rubbing.
No, but I'm not over you, so anyway. The reason I called is for Dr. Drew. I had an abortion in March, and I'm wondering if that's going to affect getting pregnant in the future.
It should not. How was the abortion performed?
It was a medical abortion. I didn't take the pills or anything.
You had a vacuum?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
They don't call it a vacuum. What do they call it?
Vacuum abortion, first trimester.
They do?
Yeah. But the other way is to do the pills now, the RU486.
Yeah.
And it should not affect your fertility. Did they not give you a contraceptive or Depo-Provera or something like that afterwards?
Yes, I did start taking birth control pills.
Okay.
Why not the abortion RU486 versus the shop vac?
They usually give them the choice. Did they give you choices?
Well, they
should have been too far along.
The thing is, when you take the pills, there's a possibility that it might not work. That's what I was told, and so I didn't really want to have to go through the vacuum after taking the pills.
Right. That's a possibility.
And it's got to be heavy if the kid gets born, because it's one thing, like, I think my mom wanted an abortion but didn't do it, but it's another thing where they actually tried it and it didn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
Oh, no, we tried. Hell yeah, we tried.
You think you had a bad childhood, huh?
Yeah. Got a head shaped like a vacuum. Yeah. Hey, Amber? Jenny? All right, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. All right, so you'll be fine.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. All right, we'll see you at Dave Matthews concert.
Okay.
All right. Are you okay? How are you doing emotionally?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. It was with my boyfriend, who I've been in a long-term relationship with, and we just decided it's not the right time. So, I had an experience a few years back where I was raped, and even though I was on the pill, I went to Planned Parenthood and got the morning after pill because, I just, God forbid, if I'd had a pregnancy out of it. So I do try and be really careful, and I know that you guys are really big advocates for not bringing kids into this world. So,
well, we don't mind you. Actually, we're talking about these 16-year-old white trash junkies that call the show.
Yeah, strangely, you're the one we'd like to bring the kid in.
The ones that are worried about what kind of parent they would be, we don't mind them being parents. Ironically, it's the ones that think they're great parents because they love their kid.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. It's like, you're 16, the kid's sleeping on a futon on the porch. You're not a good parent. I love my kid.
I'm a great mom.
I think that bad parents love their kids more in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like, your parents were good parents, but I don't think they'd admit to loving you. I couldn't imagine.
Can you blame them?
Well, what do you think of Drew? It's okay. No, first answer, who's Drew? Second, your son. Third, he's all right.
That's all right.
Yeah. Give him a 5. Yeah. All right. Hey, do you guys, I don't know what they have in South Africa. Do they have that morning after pill? Not the abortion pill, the morning after pill.
They have everything.
Everybody has everything except us. Give me a break. Are you kidding, Adam?
Yeah.
Everybody has everything except this GD country.
Why? Religious? Is that what's going on?
There's a more prevalent, strong, more outspoken, I think.
Whenever I have done interviews with international press or international camera crews or whatever, they will, and I'll ask them, what do you find different about what you hear at this country? And they'll always say the same thing, that in this country when they do interviews, God comes up within about 2 minutes, and nowhere else in the world does that happen.
Right. Yeah. And if you count athletes, it's about 2 seconds.
Yeah, and actually, if you want to be slammed by the press, I've certainly heard this about the UK, is that if a politician wants to be slammed by the press, they mention God in a speech or in an interview, and then the press just goes, "What is your problem?" I know that might offend a lot. Yeah,
here's the opposite.
Yeah, every politician in America tries to get God in every conversation they can. So
I know, it's like a running partner or something.
Exactly.
Like they're endorsed by God.
God is on your side. Well, God's,
he's a Republican.
He's taking one side. He likes a good fight. God apparently he really likes a good battle.
You know what it is you just got to invoke the name of the Lord, and everyone leaves you alone. Because people are like, you swore you'd never do this again, or you said you were never coming out of retirement. Whatever. Well, God told me to come back. Oh, everyone's like, oh, okay.
It is convenient because you could be you could have almost the cleanest slate in the world and be somewhat liberal and maybe question the existence of God, and you'd be open to ridicule from the press. But
as opposed to you can do Bill Clinton, you can have cigars and things, and you go see your clergy and everything's given.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You could be someone who sat in college and was a madman, and then but as long as I've had God in my life I made my peace, and then it's like, well, he made his peace. Sure, he had it up the crapper 20 times a weekend for the,
Yeah, no, everyone. It's a way of getting everyone off your back. And I always contend that
I'm gonna start using it.
The Bill Clintons of the world are just liars, because if you really are a God-fearing man, you don't do the thing that pisses off your God.
Right.
Yeah.
You just don't. I mean, if you really think this guy's omnipresent and he sees all and he's going to decide what your future is eternally, you don't get sucked off in the Oval Office by some fat chick
there you go.
while your wife's upstairs.
Maybe that's the
don't
thing.
do
maybe
it.
Maybe your God is a cigar-smoking madman. This is the thing. You forget the possibility. I mean, maybe the devil's down there saying, "That well, you shouldn't have done that, buddy." And upstairs, like, "Hey, whatever you want, big boy."
I don't think as many people are into it as they say, because here's how I know people aren't really as many people believe in it as they say they do. The second everyone says they have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ and all the clergy stuff, and they do some praying on it, and everyone leaves them alone. But as soon as somebody says, "Oh yeah, I talk to God," no, he talks to me, everyone's like, "Okay, nut job, get back in the padded cell." Yeah. Now here's the whole thing. Why wouldn't you be able to talk with him if he was everywhere and you had a personal relationship? Why would we think people that talk to him are nuts? Maybe we don't believe as much as we say we do. Interesting.
The loonies.
Powerful. The other thing, I was thinking about other countries and their thoughts toward drugs or prostitution or the morning after pill or any of this stuff. I don't think they're necessarily more liberal than we are, and I don't think they necessarily condone prostitution more than we do or drug use more than we do. I think they're more realistic.
Yeah.
I think the reality with Europe and other parts of the world is they realize, hey, prostitution, here to stay. No fad.
You can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's sort of it's like drinking or something, It's
right.
No matter what your position on it is, you can stand up forever and scream, "Oh, it's terrible!"
Right.
And kids,
we do that here in this country. Just put it all in Las Vegas.
Right.
Just put it in a single.
No,
place.
it's everywhere. The thing is, that there is this reality that we have on TV that we sort of imagine, we pretend is real.
Right.
It doesn't matter what's the talk show host. What's his name? That he's screaming.
Bill O'Reilly.
No. He's been
Pat Robertson last night.
That was a nice move. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, kill the guy. But no, I forget his name. But he was taking all the
Rush Limbaugh.
Rush. So now there's a good example. Not whether it was right or wrong for him to be doing that, but here's what he is, what everyone sees, and this is what we consider real in the public eye. But what's really there is that's what's real.
Well,
is, the guy took enough to stop a herd of elephants.
You got to watch out
every day.
Whenever someone protests too much about homosexuality or drugs or anything. Look out, baby. Look out. But I think what other countries do is they go, look, we're no fans of prostitution. We'd like it if everyone got married and was monogamous and stayed and raised their kids. It's not going to happen. So now that we realize it's not going to happen, let's get them tested, let's tax it, let's regulate it, let's be adults about it. Same with the drugs, same with the booze, same with the what you fill in the blank.
The case everywhere because there's some pretty severe.
Not everywhere, but in more evolved cultures.
And one last thing, although we're not into retarded, as we say, screwed up people having screwed up kids, we're not necessarily for abortion. You and I.
But we're definitely understand that if you make it illegal, people aren't going to stop doing it.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not for abortion. I'm not pro. I hate the terms pro-life and pro-choice because it's like I hate people talking about it as sort of as this right.
Right.
It's a reality, and it's a choice that's faced someone. But this pro-choice, pro-life, it's not something that's. It's a horrible thing. It's a horrible, horrible thing. But if it's not up to me. If there's a circumstance where someone is afraid of bringing someone into the world, or someone has a reason that they think is valid for, if you're using it instead of a rubber, then that's then that's obscene. But there's I don't know. It seems kind of crazy.
What we do is there's no shades of gray in this country. If you're a murderer, if you abort someone in the first term, and I don't believe you're a murderer. And here's what I talk to Drew about all the time that no one will just admit: if you're a fair-minded think in your sort of even-keeled person, you realize there's shades of gray. If somebody gets aborted in the first trimester, it's not a great day, but it's not the same as a person being stillborn, and that ain't the same as the kid being backed over when he's 4, and that's not the same as the guy dying on his graduation day, high school, bound for Harvard in a fiery car crash. These are shades of gray. One is horrible, the other's bad. You know what I mean? And we can't. If we just approach life with murder's murder, then we're not being realistic, because there's a big difference between somebody, LeBlob coming out after 6 weeks and John Wayne Gacy. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's take a little break. Heavy, man. And it would have been nice if John Wayne was aborted, by the way. Not John Wayne the Duke, but Gacy.
Yeah, there you go. Good.
We'll take a quick break. Dave Matthews Band in the studio tonight. We'll be right back after this.
Adam and Dr. Drew will be right back on Loveline. Just a minute or two. Call 1-800-LOVE-191.
The G-Love Boat is docked with Brand X Morning Radio.
G-Love, the flaming lips too, slightly stupid, all performing for you. The G-Love Boat. It's the Zingalotti Groove Cruise, live music, DJs, buffets, and lots of booze. Set a course for the website 91x.com to win.
Listen to Brand X Morning Radio weekdays 5:30 to 10 a.m. on 91A.
Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Dave Matthews in studio tonight. Boyd Tinsley in studio tonight. Dave Matthews Band. Stand Up, name of the CD. We'll hear something else off of that in the 11 o'clock hour. Guys are going to be...
We don't have to, if you guys...
No, we would like to.
Oh, okay.
We would like to. They're going to be at the Home Depot Center this Saturday and Sunday, and tickets are still available. All right, let's see if we can squeeze in a couple calls, because we're running short on time tonight. Amber?
Yes, hello?
22? Yeah, you have a question for the band?
Yes, first of all, oh my goodness, I love you guys. You're totally awesome.
Do you know where Bonner Springs is?
Yes, I actually do. That was the first show that I ever saw you guys at.
Oh, you're calling from Kansas?
Yes, from Kansas, Manhattan.
Right. Drew, work that part in.
You're calling from Manhattan, Kansas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you going out to Bonner Springs to see the band on the 7th?
I wanted to. I was too broke this year.
Oh,
Won't lie.
Let's talk. We'll talk about
the tickets. Aren't that much to Dave Matthews, are they? I mean, you can get some.
And
cheap
we're
seats
reasonable. We're reasonable compared to a lot of people, but at the same time,
that's what I hear.
It's unreasonably high at the same time. If you're on a tight budget, I think it can be a bit of a pain in the ass. To try
yeah,
to
but let me say this, Amber.
Maybe Amber will give us her last name. And I don't know if she wants to.
But gas expense.
You remember those concerts you went to, like Drew, when you were young. You saw Al Jolson. I remember.
Cat Stevens.
No, you remember that you saw the Eagles.
Yes.
And you don't remember the $19 it cost. You just remember you saw the Eagles in 1977 with Linda Ronstadt, right?
Yep.
That's the same thing now for you, Amber. You're going to want to remember seeing Dave Matthews when you're 22, when you're 52.
Yep.
And that $46 for the ticket is going to be neither here nor there.
I do.
Okay. Now that I've inspired you, let's keep
What
going.
else going on, Amber? What else would you like to ask us? What's going on?
I actually wanted to tell you guys I love you too, Adam and Dr. Drew. I actually work at an affiliate station, and I've been listening to your show for the last year and a half because I run your show every single night.
Well, thanks.
She has to, basically.
Yeah. Well, that's why she doesn't have money. She's in radio.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
so the first advice is get out of radio.
Ooh, yeah. All right, so question for the band?
Yes, actually, I'm in the military. I'm in the reserves, and I was just wondering what your guys' point was on the war going on right now.
I'll jump in here. This is Dave. I met a couple of soldiers the other night, and I wanted to say to them, and I think it is a good enough place as any, to say that I think that an army of people that are willing to put their lives on the line for just their belief and their devotion to their country is sort of, to me, it's mind-boggling. Coming from a place like South Africa, when the military was all drafted, something like this, I think it's in a way, there's an analogy to firemen. It's such a profoundly generous sort of, in a way, a sort of a selfless act. But obviously, there's different reasons that people get in the military. A volunteer military. I have nothing but respect for soldiers. Now, my opinion of the necessity to go into Iraq is I'm not sure it was the right decision. I don't think it was. I don't think we were entirely. I don't think we were given the whole truth about the thing. I don't think the evidence for going to war was necessarily there, and so I have a real issue with it. I also, having grown up a Quaker and grown up in a large portion of my life in a very violent place, I am inspired by people like Mandela, who come out of a system of vengeance, a system of violence that really was nothing but brutal to them, and come out and say, well, let's figure out a way to get along peacefully. It's sort of counterintuitive, but I think at least it should be involved in the debate as opposed to the rush to war. And so my opinion of getting into the war was, I think it was a wrong idea, and I think it's becoming more and more evident. Well, but certainly I feel very strongly about the people that are on the ground there. And then everyone always says you can't separate them. Of course you can separate them. One is an order from the commander-in-chief. The other is the soldier who said, I volunteer myself to this military because I believe in this country. They're two very different things, and they don't necessarily mesh together entirely. And in fact, they don't. There's no mesh between them, essentially, except for one is incredibly courageous and one is a debate, and or at least should be. I'm not a big supporter of the war.
Dave, I have to cut you off, unfortunately.
I'm a rambler,
take a break. No, that's fine. I appreciate your feelings, but we got to take a quick break. We can get back and talk more about this. We're just running up and stop there.
Or not.
We'll say a word. I think we'll chime in. Dave Matthews is here tonight. Boyd Tinsley here tonight from Dave Matthews Band. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. Tonight, Boyd Tinsley in studio tonight. Dave Matthews Band. Name of the band, of course. Stand Up. Name of the CD. We'll hear something else off of Stand Up in a couple of few. They're going to be at the Home Depot Center out in Carson, out here in Southern California, this Saturday and this Sunday, and then they're going to keep on keeping on with their tour, which will be culminating in Boner Springs. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what you do. You just go to www.davematthewsband.com and you find out all the tour dates and when they're coming toward you because I got a lot of dates coming up. All right, where was we and what we're going to do? Oh, we're talking about the war. I think I think most people are starting to have about the same opinion, which is, well, we respect the troops and we love what they're about, but maybe starting to think that this thing's starting to drag out a little bit. Yeah. On the other hand, I'm all for the Saddam Husseins of the world getting a bullet in their head.
You're Pat Robertson.
You and Pat Robertson.
They're horrible, horrible people that are doing horrible things to other people. And it's the same thing. If you had a chance to put a bullet in Hitler's head or Mussolini's head or Stalin's head, someone should have done it. It's just
and there were attempts always, but there's these idiots all over the world, and when you pick and choose, well, we kind of like him because he sells us good cheap. Right, gold or cheap oil, and it's this imbalance, and then it's the moral position we take. We got to do it for the people, and it's like, just tell me honestly, we're not going over there to liberate the people. We're going to kick, and you can, and I don't know.
Just call it what it is.
I'm starting to ramble. Just tell us what we're doing. We're going over there.
We're going over there to kill Hussein, which is fine with me. We don't we don't want to do it, but that's fine. The guy deserves a bullet, and so do his two sons.
See, that's when we should call 007.
Yeah,
they just sneak in, have a couple martinis.
That's what Pat Robertson was saying,
and just.
Well, that's
a little from the side window, dress up like a lady. Hello, Mr. Hussein, you are so sexy to me. I want to. That's the end of the game.
What happened when guys would put the silencer on the gun? And by the way, never put the silencer on the gun before the hit. They'd always have to do it at the hit. Put it on in the hotel.
And then it's not that much more to go down your pants.
The monkey with the silencer on the job. Put it on where you can have nice lighting. You can relax. You don't have to sit there. I'm going to put the silencer on. They do that too, like after
behind the curtain.
Right. They do all that stuff. The same with the pump on the shotgun. It's like after the guys entered the house filled with zombies, at a certain point, do it out in the car.
You want the first one ready.
First pump, I'm doing that on the way over. I'm still in the van when I'm pumping that thing. I haven't even opened the door yet. They do a lot of that. They do a lot of cocking, a lot of pumping, a lot of
cocking.
It's getting weird now.
Cocking and pumping.
Putting on the silencer. Well, here's the thing Drew and I were, as long as we're talking about oil here, or pumping, or whatever it is. I don't know what's going on with the oil. Drew and I were talking about on the ride home last night. We got to make a move here. I mean, someone's going to have to step up. I was thinking about this the other day, and I realized, these new hybrid automobiles, like Ford's got the new Escape, and it's a little smaller than the Escort or the Excursion, or it's smaller than the Ford, the one down from the Excursion. Come on, Drew. How is it you can only not think of things? I can't think of things. What I think of.
It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, the Explorer.
Explorer, yeah.
The Explorer. It's a 5-passenger car. It gets like 30 miles in the city. 69 VW bus, 7-passenger, 30 miles.
Right.
In the city. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
Where are we going here?
We want the power.
It's been 30. It's been 30 years. What are we doing? Everyone goes nuts with the hybrid stuff. Oh, the Prius, the Toyota Prius is 50 miles a gallon. 86 Honda CRX. 50 miles to the gallon.
Right.
This stuff is 20 years old now. We're not going anywhere with it.
Right.
We thought we'd be in like hovercrafts by now.
Right.
We're still getting 26 miles a gallon on a good day. What's up? You know what I mean?
The oil companies making too much money, man. They're gonna never let it happen.
Right. Here's how it works. I'm not into conspiracies, but every time Congress says, look, by 2010, let's have the minimum miles per gallon thing be at 21, everyone jumps on board, starts lobbying against it, and it gets crushed. Then, by the way, here's a couple $1 million for the next campaign. That's basically how it works.
That is how it goes. And then,
well, look at it this way. You ever see those shows on the Discovery Channel where they build those oil derricks that go out into the South Sea and just North Sea, and they sit out. Sorry, thank you, Drew. They go out into the North Sea, and they cost $200 billion. They have to be dragged out there by tugs, and they sink them pylons, 40 miles deep in the ocean floor. And that thing's got to pay itself off.
Yeah, so you got to raise some. You got to raise. Maybe they're just thinking about the future because at some point they're going to pay for themselves. But at that point, we will have drained the Middle East of all its oil.
There's $2 billion in that oil rig, and that thing's going to have to keep pumping for 20 years. Otherwise, they're screwed. So we can't have it.
Right.
All right. South Sea. Jack?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
19.
What's up?
Yeah, I have a question.
You can come up with Explorer, though, wise guy.
I couldn't do that.
Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, my girlfriend, actually, I've been seeing her about a month now. I felt like we were really feeling something, but it turns out first time we were about to have sexual intercourse that she actually had a penis.
Great day.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Bogus.
No.
Did she have a vagina too, or just a penis?
No, it's just a penis. I guess it was basically a man who had a sex operation.
Well, if she had a
Well,
sex
that's got, even if it's true or not, that's got to be a hell of a surprise that day.
Well, by the way,
she had the operation.
She wouldn't have a penis if it was an operation, Jack. So what's going on here?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't really know. It's so crazy to me that I really
shut up.
See a psychologist about
Shut
it. I want
up.
to call you guys.
Oh, please. Bogus
Can
Jack.
you enlighten me, Adam? I mean,
Oh, Jack, you're such an a-hole. That's what light you about that.
I'll see you in hell.
Come on, man.
Look. Here's the whole thing about the bogus calls. Put some goddamn effort into them. She had an operation or something. Well, I don't know. That's what I want to know.
Should I see a psychologist?
Yeah. Come on, Jack. Are you retarded? You can't do better than that?
Adam,
maybe her clitoris could be like a mini penis.
Yeah, and repeating Adam, come on, it means nothing.
Adam, come on.
I'm telling you, I've said it many times. We have the world's dumbest callers on this show. World's dumbest. And I would put them up against any talk show in South Africa, local or national. We have the dumbest. Like we have, if you collected the IQ of everyone who calls this show, and I would match it up against any talk show in either nationally or local.
We'd kill.
We would destroy them and how stupid our callers are. Aaron?
Yes.
28.
28?
I can raise the median IQ.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Aaron. Well done.
I have a situation in which I met a man rather accidentally, gave him my number.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Whoever's screening this phone, this godforsaken show, would you start screening?
Yes.
Jesus Christ! A pterodactyl could fly through your screen door. Yeah, a guy got a penis. I mean, a vagina. Okay, we'll put you on.
Wait, so
what are you guys doing? Start screening, you idiots. Aaron?
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead. I had to scream about screening.
Yes, I heard that. This isn't as shocking as the penis one.
No, not
or
you,
as
sweetie.
bogus, for that matter.
No, girls don't make bogus calls. Only girls that get put up to it by guys.
Or guys.
Yeah.
Guys, girls don't have the bogus gene.
No, they get put up to it by guys on occasion. It's like there's no women bank robbers. They're just accomplices. They're women who love too much who are helping a guy who's robbing a bank. Right.
They've been twisted.
Right. Like Patty Hearst. Go ahead, Aaron.
All right, here's my situation. I have a situation in which I met a man, somewhat accidentally. I gave him my number. He called me. We got together.
Hold on. What do you mean somewhat accidentally? Define that for me.
We sort of just randomly met.
She wasn't looking for love.
You were at a coffee house? What do you mean?
Actually, we were in a grocery store.
Okay. All right. So he was looking. He was watching
the part that I'm like questioning, the whole thing.
Here's the deal, Aaron.
I gave him my number, and he called me, and we got together, and we haven't spoken again. But this isn't my question. My question, and I suppose this gets sort of more of an esoteric sort, is I was willing to let it go and be what it was, but endless and irrefutable coincidences continue to draw us together. I keep getting drawn to him in the most bizarre ways, and I was hoping
give us an
What does that
example.
mean?
Give us an example.
Aaron, you sound hot.
I am hot.
Yeah, I know you're hot because you're crazy.
Yeah. So what's the deal? Give us an example.
Okay. Well, I don't want to give away too much information, but okay.
Yeah.
An example.
What do you think? We're writing a movie about this crappy call? Just go ahead.
Okay. Let's see. What's a good one? Okay, so he's reading a book, and it's about a woman born on my birthday. I'm talking to a friend, and I find out that we have this similar dream. I mean, just really random, bizarre ways that we keep sort of being drawn together. And
why does that draw you together? Just the fact that there are coincidental numbers.
It's sort of something I kind of pushed to the back of my mind. You know,
all right. Well, listen.
The guy has been stalking you since the first moment he met you. You better accept that. The random meeting in the grocery store. He listen. He probably has a little mini grocery store with the little sticks of images of you guys. Around
out in the war room.
Planned it out.
Basement.
Listen, Aaron, you better believe it because that's how guys are.
And masturbates on it, and then goes clean up aisle 9. Laughs like a maniac.
I know. Now he's talking. Now
whatever. I'm not sure. I have no advice because
I don't either.
All I gotta say is. It's a little creepy, whatever it is. Something's not creepy, but it's just, I mean, there's too much in it.
Of the men present, Dave would have the best advice.
My advice, I don't know. It's drawn. You're drawn. I don't know. You're not drawn.
That's horrible
I don't know,
advice.
They're similar. You're similar. He's reading a book about someone that was born on your birthday.
Who cares?
You know, like, what's his name?
Really random things that just become
all right,
more and more.
Aaron, here's the thing. A couple of things. First off, I know you're hot because you're one of these people who's used to talking to people in person where they do a lot of head nodding because you're hot, but when we hear you over the radio, you just sound like a ranting lunatic. Yeah. Why don't you just go out with the guy? I don't understand. You met him, you gave him your phone number, you hooked up with him. Why not just start dating?
He's a bit, let's see, what's the word? His job takes him everywhere, and he's sort of, I think he may be attached. I don't know exactly what his situation is, but...
Why don't you know that? Why don't you ask him?
We haven't really had contact again.
So he's not into you. He's not into you.
So these random drawing into him things are just random associations that you create meaning out of and associate with him.
That's the problem, is that, trust me, man, I'm sort of hesitant to say any of these things because I understand that once they come to pass, really the only question is one of my sanity. But I can promise...
That is the only question right now, Aaron. That is it.
Irrefutable.
You want to be madly in love with...
Yeah, you're into him. He's not into you. You know this guy. He's a mover and a shaker. He's
you're
probably got
injecting
another
meaning
woman.
into random occurrences. You're putting meaning on things.
All right. Aaron, all right, forget about this guy. What's up with you? You're 28. You're single. What do you do?
This is true. I'm a writer.
What do you do for a living? A writer.
How do you make money?
How do I make money? I publish things that I write.
For what kind of magazines?
It's something that's just sort of on the social end of the spectrum, but I study physics, and that's what I write about.
All right.
How do you support
yourself?
Don't make money writing. How do you support yourself?
Phone sex. What do you do? Come on. Someone leave you some money?
This is how I make my money. I mean,
writing papers on physics.
To start with, but
no.
You had a good amount to start with?
No. Yeah, you've been a down for your parents.
So somebody kicked off and left you a nut, right?
Trust fund.
Somewhat. Yeah.
Okay.
Aaron, please be honest. My God, you're so dishonest.
She sells papers on physics.
Yeah.
She goes down to the boardwalk and sells them to tourists.
You're talking about $800 a month in writing, or if that.
Oh, yeah. Listen, Aaron.
Please.
Baby, you're delusional.
Oh no! I promise.
Yes. Aaron, let me explain something.
Situation.
No matter how smart you think you are, I'm smarter. So listen to me.
Ask this: how much money have you made writing in the last month?
You're not going to get a straight answer because she's a BSer. Now listen to me, Aaron. Here's the thing: you're good looking and you're smart, but that doesn't mean you're not crazy. And what you do when you're smart and you're crazy, people that are smart and crazy can talk themselves around their insanity.
Yes, everything.
They BS the world, and the world doesn't call them on it because they're actually smarter than the person that's sane.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you're not crazy, and it doesn't mean you're not going to lead the life of a crazy person.
We have a crazy culture. We go, hey, you're just into whatever. She's like, well, Aaron, that's Aaron. She's Aaron. She's Aaron.
We hear it. I can hear it in your voice.
She's Aaron.
Yeah.
I hear crazy is yodeling from the canyons when you talk. All right. So, baby, get some therapy. Forget about this guy. Forget about the delusion of selling physics papers.
Yeah, be in reality.
Use some of that,
get into reality.
that nut your grandfather left you and get into some therapy.
Mental
Would you
health
please?
is about being in reality and accepting it on its terms.
Yeah, and stop working on your rap.
Oh.
Smart people.
That's the first. Usually guys have raps like that.
Yes.
That's amazing to have a woman with that
Smart people can outsmart themselves by talking themselves out of help.
With occasional size.
Right. Yeah. If you're good,
when people are looking at her, they just go,
oh, yeah. And the guy meets her. It's like, oh, my God. She's Einstein meets Morgan Fairchild. Morgan Einstein. Crazy hair, but a hot ass. All right. Where are we, Drew? Morgan. Morgan Einstein. Like a decent band name. Peter?
Yeah.
You're how old are you? 22. What's up? You have a question for the band?
Yeah. First, I wanted to say I love you and Drew. I've been listening to you guys for 10 years.
Thanks.
I love Dave. I'm coming to see you on September 2nd. What I want to know is you guys have been around throughout the 90s, and I wanted to know what you guys thought about online music trading and how that had affected you and what you thought it did to the industry.
Didn't exist when you first got going, really, in any real way, right?
No, not really, man. I mean, when we first started in '91, people were still trading tapes, cassette tapes, and that to us was a godsend because that's how we got our music across the country so quick. We'd go to places that we'd never been to before, and we were still playing in Virginia, and we have a crowded house because people heard us through tapes and stuff. So we've always let people tape, and to this day still let people tape, but as far as the internet, the online music thing, I mean, it's in one way it's a great thing because you get to share so much music with so many people so instantly, and I think that's any musician's dream to do that. But on the other hand, we, like everybody else, work for a living, and it's just like when people are taking your music for free, that means that's money coming out your pocket, So it's I think the way that we've come to deal with the situation on this album is that we just make it harder for people to get access to our stuff before it's released, by encrypting our CDs and stuff like that until it's released. So it's a good thing, but I think you shouldn't be doing it if you're not paying for it.
Yeah, I agree with BT. I think at the same time, I think it's people want it's at the beginning. If people want to listen to us, it's also a compliment. So if they want to get it for free or whatever, I don't necessarily think that's right. I think we all are very well compensated for our work. But at the same time, we've worked hard to get where we are. So I'm sort of on both sides of it. I think it'll become what it is. You can't really fight something like this. It's just a technology thing, and we're lucky, I think, as a band because we can tour. We're a live band, so it's hard to trade that online in a way. You want to come and see us play. That's
can't
what
trade the experience.
Exactly.
Trade the sound, but not the experience.
So I think we're lucky for that reason.
Speaking of the sound.
Well, I don't know if it's lucky. I'm not done kissing ass. You guys play a great live show. That's got nothing to do with luck.
Right.
And then the other thing is I feel sorry for bands, especially these punk bands that have to try to maintain this posture of, hey man, steal whatever we create and take it for free. Yeah, it's no different than any other product. I don't care if you make oven tongs or if you just make music or whatever it is you create. If somebody takes what you create for free, they have no right to it.
Not only that, but it ruins whatever else the next generation plans to produce because ain't nobody going to produce nothing if they aren't in some way compensated.
You got to be compensated for what you do. That's why I was saying we're lucky, but it's not the case with every band.
See, in your mom's world or in Chumbawamba's world.
Yeah, in Chumbawamba's world, big horrible kid show. Chumbawamba's world, a bunch of angry Brits yelling about anarchy, scaring the crap out of your kids. Yeah. The thing, Chumbawambas are anarchists and a-holes. And they're a-holes first and anarchists second.
Yeah, it goes together.
God, they fell off the goddamn map 10 years ago. Idiots come in here. Okay, anyway. They come in here full like their ass doesn't stink and tell us how anarchy is the wave of the future. Great. Now they're back in Puddingshire.
Selling fish.
Putting fish in a newspaper. Good. God love you. Stay there, please, and keep going with your anarchy dream. Just do it in your own crappy country. But here's the thing: you create something, you should be able to sell it. Just pure and simple. And and this other part too. I was doing my TV show. We had Drew Rosenhaus, the NFL agent that everyone's PO'd about because he wants Terrell Owens to make a bunch of money or he wants whatever. I was like, why should these athletes? Because they can. Because you can't run a 4.2 40 and they can. And why should Celine Dion get $250 million a year playing in Vegas, but Terrell Owens is going to risk his life out on the football field for about 5 years and he can't get $8 million a year? You know what I mean? And, or why does this celebrity get paid so much? Why?
Why do you have 4 TV
because
shows
they
and you can't make what Mancow makes?
Yeah.
How's that
and
work?
why is that? I'm angry now, Chris. Don't make me angry.
No, really. Now you're really pissed. There's steam coming out of your ears.
Yeah, you work and you make a product and you sell the product. Don't worry about what you sell it for. Don't worry about what your compensation is or what kind of house you live in or if you fly first class or coach. If people don't want to buy it, then don't buy it, but it's a product and it's for sale. All right, let's move more product, shall we, Drew? Yeah. Whew. Some serious sucking up there going with that.
Heavy and sucking.
Let's, that was sucking and heavy. Hucking. Stand Up, name of the song, and you queued up?
Yes. Yeah. We're going to play it now?
Good. What? Well, why not?
All right.
What, you got a problem with that?
I think you said it was time to pay some bills.
No, I mean Dave Matthews. Moving some product.
Got
Dave
it.
Matthews product.
Got it.
Not just crappy Vermont teddy bears.
Yeah.
All right. You ready to rock?
Yeah, ready.
All right, here it is. Stand up. Dave's here tonight. Boyd's here tonight. Dave's ass literally hit the stool right as the mics heated up. But that's timing. That's the timing of an accomplished musician. Do you understand that?
Relatively. Or I hang out with a lot of accomplished musicians. At least I've been in.
He just knows how to perform live.
Yeah.
That's what he does. That's right. He's a big game player. Yeah. And you like, I know it's a stupid or crapped out question, but big arenas, small arenas. I mean, you would like to play the intimate clubs. Does it make a big difference?
We spent a long time in little clubs, but we enjoy the big rooms too. And there's a couple of them. You can make them intimate. Maybe some people disagree, but if you're relaxed, you can sort of make any size venue seem at least. Maybe not small, but you can make it seem intimate. You just got to sort of fit into it.
Right.
You got to just fit. You got to be comfy.
What are some of your favorites?
I think Alpine Valley is definitely one.
The gorge up outside of Seattle is a beautiful place.
That's beautiful. And Red Rocks, we're going there.
And there's no place like Madison Square Garden.
Is that right?
No place like Madison Square Garden.
Why not?
But it really rocks. The whole place moves. It goes up and down. It's kind of unnerving, actually.
It's just the energy of all the great things that have gone on, all the great fights, all the great sporting events, and all the great concerts that's gone on there. You feel that energy when you play there, yeah.
Interesting.
New Yorkers.
Yeah.
New Yorkers.
They're like,
right.
They like to come to play. They want to be
no, I mean, it's
very serious.
It's hallowed ground. And it's weird. I mean, I'm not into that stuff, but if you think about it, there's Joe Louis was fighting Rocky Marciano here 50 years ago, and every huge name that has come before you and after you is going to end up here at some point. My God, the list of events, and not just music, every event. All right, let's talk to Anthony, who's 23. Anthony,
hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
Anthony, what's up?
First off, I just want to say, man, I've been listening to you guys for like 5 years, and you guys are great. I mean, I've learned a lot from you guys, and I think what you guys do is great for the 2 hours you guys take out of your day to do the show. I think it's awesome, man. I learned a lot from you guys.
Drew does it for the money. I do it because I love the kids.
Yeah, I bet you do. I got this dilemma. I was dating a girl for about a year, and we broke about a month ago. And we had a great sex and everything, and I used to, she used to, do oral on me, and I was totally into it and everything. But my favorite part of it was that she used to, swallow. And I'm dating this new girl now, and she gives me BJs and everything, but it's but she doesn't go that far. Like I'll tell her when I'm about to finish.
Adam has always said chivalry is dead. How could you say that?
Yeah. So she doesn't. That? Well, okay.
So she just doesn't seem like she's really all the way into it.
Exactly. I think that's more important.
I don't know.
The guy that needs
to me, it's a bigger turn on when they're doing it and they're not really that into it. You know what I mean?
It's the reluctant quality.
Yeah, I like that. I like it in porn too. Like I like the chick who doesn't really want to be there halfway into it. It's more exciting for me. You can tell she sobered up and is like, oh, I got to get back to college.
Yeah, why am I here?
It's better. It's better than the crazy chick with the tats who starts screaming like, "Give me head." It's always weird. Yeah, no, I like that. Now, okay, let's figure this out, because we haven't talked about this in a long time.
Wow, yes. This is a wonderful topic, though.
Well, okay, we'll try to be delicate, but guys always want women to swallow, and I think we are shooting ourselves in the foot by using the word swallow. We don't want you to swallow. We want you to receive and maintain, and then do with it what you will. You don't have to ingest it. You just have to be a repository.
But I think Anthony is a guy. You're very pragmatic that way.
Thank you.
But I think Anthony is a guy that needs the whole receptive quality to this.
But is there any sensation involved with that?
No, but ask him what it is. It's a psychological thing.
Anthony.
Yes.
If I was performing oral on you, would I need to actually ingest your seed, or could I just keep it in my mouth until I got to the bathroom?
No, I mean, like, that's cool, too. I mean, that's better than nothing, but, like, I don't know. Like, something about it, it's like...
Thanks, because Adam definitely would like to get rid of it, I think.
This whole receiving thing is a psychological thing.
I see. It's like prove you love me.
It's more like take me in.
You're, like, really into it, I guess. I don't know.
Creeping me, yeah.
No, this is a psychological...
Do you go down on her, bro?
Oh, all the time.
Does she like that?
Those guys... These guys, their whole sexual sense of themselves is all involved with mouth and receiving orally. And
Something's wrong with your mic, Drew. Could you have somebody fix that?
What's wrong with it?
Oh, got better.
Bad.
Still?
Yeah, I think it got improved.
It was swaying around for a second.
I think you simulating the oral on it may have
Is it still
shorted
bad?
it out.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad now.
Dave, get your tech guy in here. See if you can run out.
Want to share my mic, or is that too weird while we're talking about this?
Oral sex and share with Dave.
Anthony.
I'm going over here.
Yes.
Okay, here's the deal. A lot of chicks ain't into this, especially the ingestion part, and that's the hand you got dealt with this particular chick. You got lucky and you got spoiled before. So I don't think you're going to talk her into it.
No way that she would ever be, like, into it that much.
Maybe on your
Could
birthday.
cast a spell on her or something, you know.
No, look, Anthony, picture a food you hate. You got it?
Yeah.
All right, now picture me trying to talk you into eating that food.
There you go.
You into it?
Well,
come on,
no,
buddy.
I mean,
you love me, don't you? A fan of the show? Eat that liver.
Hey, you know what?
It's with onions.
Yeah, shut up. Look, she's not into it. And here's the other thing, fellas. Drew, what are you doing over there? Here's the other thing.
This mic up too.
The other thing is
turn it off.
If you force your woman to do stuff she doesn't want to do, she may do it temporarily. Eventually,
Then she'll resent it.
She'll resent it.
Yeah.
She'll hold it against you.
This
is the anal sex axiom.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
You can talk her into that. The great anal sex rule.
That's right. Yeah, you'll get it. You'll get it once, but she'll
even
be
more
pissed
than
off
once.
for a
But
year.
you'll get it. You'll get it in. You'll get it again coming back around the other side.
Right. The real sodomy will begin when she takes it out on you later on in life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's not be.
That's a good conversation.
Let's not be.
Too.
Dave likes the anal sex.
Let's not be anus wise and ass foolish. I think that's what I'm saying.
Good.
Drew, write that down. Anus wise and ass foolish.
Yeah, you gotta, you have your partner there and enjoy each other the way you enjoy each other. Certainly don't try and impose. You know what I really like? I really like it when you hold my balls, squeeze my balls, and slap me in the head. Come on.
Wait a minute. Is this the Insane Clown Posse?
No. But I just think that you gotta, if you gotta find out what you both like, and then maybe go and violate yourself when you're alone if you want to, do some. I'll leave it there.
Also, well, I don't trust the guy whose mission in the relationship is to talk the chick into doing something she doesn't want to do.
Right,
that doesn't sound like you're having a relationship. Right. That's like you just have a dummy to experiment on. Some sort of flesh.
But then again, a lot of 20-year-old guys, that's what's going on. Let's face it.
You can caress the balls. You can gently pet them. You can stroke them. You can juggle them from side to side to side to side. But don't punch the balls.
The
Insane Clown Posse.
Violent J from the Insane Clown Posse. Going to be opening for Dave Matthews over at Red Rock.
Pump the hell out of her butthole, man.
Why don't you guys get some weird band to open for you? Why get a band that sounds like you guys? Go get the Insane Clown Posse in there and see what you can do.
We could only we wanted them, but we got the Black Eyed Peas.
Okay.
All right. We will. Do you get
the only weight I lift is my big fat ass every day when I wake up? That was pretty good. Fuck that. Oh, my God. Hey, play that again.
I'm telling you, it'd be a great tour.
It would be.
Oh, boy. Guys in Mexican wrestling masks charging the stage every night. Insane crowd dressed in hemp freaking out.
What's face painting, it's scaring me.
It would be awesome. All right, let's take ourselves a little break. We will be back with Dave Matthews Band after this.
Well, I really enjoyed being here, and if you'd have us back, I'd love to come, and I'm sure bored. It was fun,
man.
informative.
Thank you very much.
Informative.
Thank you. www.davemathewsband.com is where you find out all the tour dates, which are coming up. All right, we'll take ourselves a little extendo break, and until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.
Y ahora,
And now,
91X presenta
91X presents
el himno nacional mexicano.
the Mexican National Anthem.